All right, tonight, let's talk about your health a little bit. In recent years, prescription drug prices have been skyrocketing. That leaves many vulnerable to having to choose between medication and sometimes even food. But there continues to be an alternative. Dan Cummins tonight with how you can have both and save money at the same time.
Throughout the country, FDA-approved generic medicines are key to our nation's health care. There's no fancy name attached, but when it comes to generic prescriptions versus a name brand, well, like they say, it's all in a name.
There's no therapeutic difference between a brand name drug and the generic counterpart. The critical difference is, of course, the cost of that drug.
Dan Leonard is the president of the Association for Accessible Medicines. He says there's a simple reason those white labels are so much more affordable than the name brands.
Generic medicines are safe and effective. They are inspected by the FDA, approved by the FDA. And once the patent expires on a brand name drug, that's when generic competition is allowed into the market. And that's where we see significant savings.
Name brands may break the bank, but here in the U.S., we actually pay less for generic drugs than other countries. Plus, the average generic copay is just under $7 per $55 for brand name drugs. 80% of generic copays are less than $10. And although nearly all prescriptions filled are for generics, they account for just a fraction of the overall cost of prescriptions.
9 out of 10 prescriptions filled in this country are for generic medicines, yet generics only account for 18% of the overall spend on medications.
If that doesn't prove their cost effectiveness, I don't know what does. Of course, with a deal like that, some people tend to be a bit skeptical. So for those of you concerned that you may not be getting the quality of a name brand in a generic pill, relax.
Physicians are comfortable writing prescriptions for the approved generic. Pharmacists are comfortable fulfilling that prescription for the generic, and patients should be comfortable and confident in the medicines that they're taking.